About a year has passed since I showed my Paphiopedilum, and how is it doing now? Hi, welcome to Attainable Green. I'm Jess, and today we're going to be talking about my Paphiopedilum delenatii. This is going to be a Care Collab video with several other YouTubers. We're all going to share how we grow this plant in our different environments and setups. And I'll leave the list below so you can check out their channels to see how they do, and maybe one of them will grow them similar to you so you can learn from them. And if you're interested in these Care Collab videos, please contact Ninja Orchids to join in on the fun. So last year I did a care and culture video about the Paphiopedilum delenatii. And about this time last year, this plant was in full bloom. So this year my plant is not in bloom yet, and I'm not sure if it will bloom this year. So towards the end of the summertime season till now, so about for the past 6 months, it's been pretty crazy here. So this plant has been been neglected. It didn't get watered as regularly. It had some days where it dried out. And so this plant has to be really tough to survive a bit of neglect. And as you can see, this plant is still growing. It has a new fan out, and it's still elongating. So it's going to take a while before this plant fully matures. So I think that once it matures, then it'll think about possibly throwing out a flower. But at this time, I don't think it's at the right size yet. It's about half the size of the previous fan. So that to me tells me that it's about half as mature as a full size plant. Not only that, but the previous year's fan is slowly starting to decay and die. As you can see, one of the leaves is starting to turn brown, and slowly that will just come to the rest of the plant. Usually the tip of the leaf, if it's turning brown, that's because it's been dehydrated, not necessarily because the plant is actually fading. So that is pretty much a sign that says this plant has been dehydrated, neglected, and it needs a lot more water. So for this growing season, I'm really focusing on being more regimented, more organized in watering my plants on a regular schedule so that I don't forget. This plant needs water about once a week, maybe more as the warmer weather hits. And so by keeping it on the slightly wetter side of what I consider, then I think it'll help balance out how it's doing. The Paphiopedilum delenatii can actually handle some periods of drought and dryness. So some people like to wait until the media completely dries out before watering this plant. And that's totally fine. I think in my case, because I haven't watered it as regularly, it did have a couple of dry periods and it's done fine. It looks pretty good in, compared to other Paphiopedilums that are more water intensive. So far it's growing well, so I don't have to worry about it as long as I just continue to be a little bit more regular in my care for this plant. I think it will just be fine. Also, because of how tough this plant is, I am thinking of expanding and getting a couple more varieties of the Paphiopedilum delenatii. I think the vinicolor would be really cool, or even the full alba. So I am kind of looking for that in the future and hopefully add to that collection so I have a kind of range of delenatii plants and hybrids. So that is the update on my Paphiopedilum delenatii. It's growing, it hasn't bloomed yet, but maybe we'll see flowers maybe later this year. Please check out all the other YouTubers who are part of this Care Collab, and I hope you enjoy all these videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, Attainable Green, to follow along on my orchid growing journey. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!